Not gonna lie, SS was interesting before, the whole, if the game broke and all of the toxicity in the community. I mean, there were multiple occasions, like, I remember when Bunny joined a server one day and decided, hey, you know what, I'm gonna mess around with Betty before it was released. Which, God, for some reason makes me feel old. I just... The longer I look back on it, the more you start to think, hey, you know what? It's been a long time since all of this SS crap. Like, the days of blowing up teamers, the days of blowing up some random guy, the days of just getting beamed by an exploiter, I guess. Because, yeah, you occasionally get moments where you just witness an exploiter one day, joins and just blows up the server. It's gone now. Good day. Yeah. A large portion of it is gone from what I've heard, though, which sucks. I'll never really be able to use it as, like, something to touch on the nostalgia. Oh well. It's been a while, haven't touched it, and my odds are never will. And that might be a good thing. Adios.
SoulShatters. It's I don't know what happened to it, honestly. SoulShatters was a fun place to play around and have fun in the game. I didn't have to deal with like exploiters and teamers almost all the time. Back then, when I didn't know how to play, someone had like challenged me, as like I remembered, and I straight up told them I didn't know how to play, and they sat there teaching me how to play. And if you were to tell someone that now, they would like, oh, okay, bozo, get better at the game then, and they proceed to beat you up. No. Back then, when my other friends didn't know, we just helped each other out, and we didn't go around just teaming on people. We just actually played the game. And when people were in like 1v1s and not in the challenge box, people would actually just like help out others if they were in need. I've met a couple people, really good people there, and I'm glad that I still have them now and I didn't lose them because of the toxicity in SoulShatters. I remember when I would go around pretending to be a new player and asking, oh, I don't know how to play, can you teach me how to play? And they were all like, oh yeah, we'll teach you how to play. They were teaching us combos and stuff. And that's how I met a lot of more of my friends. Then I revealed to them, oh, I was just playing around. I did know how to play, but they were really nice about it. That was just like really cool. No, I don't think it was because of the lack of updates. I think it was that, and more that YouTubers made videos about it, the more attention it got, and it brought the toxic people into the games. And it like made experience worse because now we just have exploiters in the game like 24/7. I still have like screenshots and stuff when I would play in SoulShatters, and I remember when YouTubers would do live streams on SoulShatters and you would get jumped by all these people. It just was so much more fun back then. It wasn't really nothing bad. I would meet a lot of cool YouTubers too, but I did 1v1 some, and it was like honestly the best time. I was really happy. But I think after like some drama with the YouTubers, it just started to go downhill. YouTubers quit, and then the game started dying because of lack of updates, and that's when more toxic people came into the game. I think as more time goes on and that players still play SoulShatters, like some of my friends who play SoulShatters now, they've become toxic. They'll just start having a whole group of teaming and start calling me bad and start calling me randoms in SoulShatters once. And at the time, Betty didn't have like raptophobia, or I don't know how to pronounce it. Please don't cancel me. But we needed souls. I would ask my friends, oh, can you help me with souls? Or I would just ask a random person with souls for souls, and I'll help them out with something they needed. For example, I met my friend in like the ruins, or like I think it was the ruins. It's like the big tree in the middle, and then you got the star, and then you got like basically outside Toriel's house. And I met the Frisk who needed help. I said, oh, if I help you, you can help me get souls. They're like, okay, and I'm still friends with them. I'm glad the SoulShatters community hasn't got to them. I'm glad for that.
Once upon a time, I stumbled upon a game on Roblox called SoulShatters. It was a game that I was introduced to by a friend. At the time, the game was very new, and it was quite lacking compared to what it had in its peak, back when Sans had all of its old moves. However, at the time I didn't think much about it, and moved on with my life, forgetting all about it. However, as fate would have it, I found myself returning to SoulShatters later down the line. I can't recall exactly when this happened, but I remember becoming more and more invested in the game as time went on. The fighting game mixed in with Undertale caught my attention after all. As I delved deeper into the game, I discovered that there was many characters to choose from. However, there was one character that caught my attention more than any others. That character was none other than Sans, from the popular game Undertale, created by Toby Radiation Fox. I remember when he got his blasters updated in the Hotlands update, giving them a far cooler beam effect, and I knew that I had found my main. I spent countless hours practicing and mastering Sans' moves, learning all about it. Eventually, I even bought Carrot God, this being one of my few purchases on Roblox at the time, and that became the star of my first video. I quite enjoyed the video making process and the attention that it garnered, even if I dislike watching the video these days. However, as much as I loved Carrot God, I soon found myself gravitating back towards Sans. I even began creating more and more videos centered around him, showing his unique moves and his playstyle. I even started to incorporate my own custom combos and strategies, which garnered me more attention from other players. As the years passed, SoulShatters continued to grow and evolve, with new updates and features being added regularly, but no matter what new characters or abilities were introduced, Sans remained my favorite. He was the one that introduced me to this incredible game. As time went on, however, SoulShatters began to lose its luster. The game's community had become increasingly strange and toxic, with players forming teams and alliances to gain an unfair advantage. It wasn't long before the game was overrun with random believers and teamers, making it difficult for honest players to enjoy the game. However, there were many great people within the community. To make matters worse, exploiters started showing up more and more frequently, taking advantage of glitches and loopholes within the game's code. and with updates becoming less frequent, it seemed as the developers had given up on the game, leaving it vulnerable to hacking and cheating. However, once when all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of light appeared on the horizon. The developers announced a SoulShatters rework, promising to fix many of the issues that had been plaguing the game. However, as time went on, information about the rework dwindled down, and it seemed as if we would never have it come to fruition. Disinterested with SoulShatters, I began to search for a new game to play. That's when I discovered Undertale Test Plays Reborn, a game that quickly caught my attention, as it was a remake of SoulShatters, created by fans, and it had constant updates with a focus on balance. So I made the switch, bidding farewell to SoulShatters and diving headfirst into the world of Undertale Test Plays Reborn. And while I'll always cherish the memories and experiences that I had playing SoulShatters, I am excited to see what adventures await me within this new game.
So I'm here per Sup's orders. I say orders, more like requests, to go on a bit of a tangent about SoulShatters. I haven't played the game in forever, but I'm as stupid as the game got. I have a lot of fond memories of the game. Like, for instance, I met Sup and a bunch of other people through that game, even though I've talked to less and less of them now. It's mainly like Sup and I guess CZ occasionally, along with some other people. I think Person. I haven't talked to Daniel forever. So like, there's a lot of people that I met through SoulShatters, just screwing around. Like, for instance, I remember Sup and I screwing around with this weird bug with Betty, where you could have your true power moves. No, you can have your true power moves in hate phase with your hate stats. This was in Judgment Hall. This was the new Judgment Hall, so Exhale had just been released and then nerfed. So that was fun. I remember like SoulShatters being the thing that brought me up from 55 subscribers to gave me a good few. And I got to interact with some cool content creators, like I'm gonna start off with the one that I actually had beef with, like, at one point, Pyro. Pyro. I think I interacted with Elber and Tama. Yeah, Elber, Tama, Panzer, Silivit. It was my favorite. Sorry, guys. And I got some Silivit's friends like CZ, Adam Cool Player. Oh man, or I guess Isaac Hypergon, whichever one it is. Now that one, Nerd. It's before everything went terribly wrong. This game was fun. It might not have been balanced the best, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. I liked this game. This game was great, and I can understand why Bunny decided to stop working on it. But that saddens me. I don't have a sad emote yet, but that saddens me. I am going to miss the game, and like, yeah, you have UTPR, you have all the fan games, but it's not really the same, you know? I miss when SoulShatters was fun to play. I kind of miss, like, I just miss those days where I was going around an X-Car avatar playing Betty for some reason. God, why was I a Betty main? I don't remember. But it was fun. Like, I enjoyed playing Betty. I like to think I was slightly above average when it came to Betty, but that's probably wrong. Like, let's be real, I wasn't great at SoulShatters. I'm not even great at UTPR because I don't play that. But yeah, I had a blast with SoulShatters when I first found it. Because I first found it, for context, right before Steve was added. You guys remember Stevani? Stevione? Stevani. Right before Stevani was added, right before SS Car got reworked, right before Hotlands was introduced. that was when I joined. I joined a little before that in the Waterfall Ruins map, and that was cool. That was my favorite map, by the way. But I am running out of time. So that was, yeah. I have a lot of fun memories, and I really, really wish this game hadn't turned out as it did, and like the community hadn't grown stupid. Stupid community. I blame the community. I'm gonna say it. I don't know if Seth will cut that out. I wholeheartedly blame the community and its growing toxicity for how SoulShatters ended up. And maybe a bit of Bunny's lack of passion, but that's just me. Yeah. That's all I've got. Bye.